Already, we are live once more. But I'm just going to share the stream with everyone on Discord and stuff really quick. So I think you guys should be able to hear me, but not Alrighty, now my mic should be working again. I do not know what. Yeah, now I'm getting the bars. I do not know what honestly just happened. I honestly have no idea what happened, but so basically a bunch of commentary got cut off for a while. So hopefully now you guys can hear me. So I mean, if you guys just wanna let me know, so I don't have to go run around and check every 5 seconds. Because it was working, and then it decided to cut out, which was like weird. So I'm gonna make sure it isn't like if I plug it into charge, it'll just feel like sitting here today. It isn't something like that. No, it isn't. Okay, that was just a glitch then. But if you guys do want to say anything Ren specifically, just type it in the chat. Let's open to those requests today. So I'm just gonna go around kind of promoting. I probably won't. And I'm not. But you know, let me. Alright, so I will post. You might have to type it in if you want to join the stream manually. I honestly don't know if it's gonna let it. So if it pops up in the chat, okay. Otherwise, I'll leave this up for a minute or two. Alright, I'm gonna do that now. Yeah, I didn't even notice, like, today the stream was actually running really, let me switch my audio is working. Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna adjust my sensitivity. Just so I'm a little bit louder. So I know I have watched some streams and it's like really quiet, so we might as well just crank it up full volume. Just so I can actually hear what's going on. You guys can, well, not really what I can hear, because I can obviously hear myself talking, but just enough to get the voice going. I'm just gonna make sure once again that we are in fact getting good volume. That's a good thing. That's a good. Yeah, I don't know what happened the first time. I just decided to be like, I'm gonna head out and not on the mic, so but now I'm kind of a little bit more cautious on the whole mic situation. Where I'm a little bit more hesitant. But I mean, it should be fun anyways. Yeah. I was debating on sharing the big with my power because it is such a small model. And it's sort of stuff the UPS store, so I think that's why I was looking for controllers to build. So it really lights up the furniture factory once I get back to working on that again. I just have it out and just decided. Yeah, I think I got paint on the track. It's like this little thin black strip I see now. But it's like that's on the side of the tires anyways. It's not even really noticeable. Like, it won't show up on camera at all. Like, I can just notice it. I did some of that, which I'm gonna probably go over. And part of it's gonna be repaint, part of it's gonna be repaved. So, especially like certain areas, they need to be re-smoothed out. So it's only to raise up the crossings, especially that middle section. Because I will say that's the crossings is gonna be the hardest part. Is getting those done. It's hard. Like, because honestly, you have to do one round of that, and then you have to come back later, and then probably like within 30 minutes, and then do another layer, which is the rest of it. But so you really need 24 hours for those main center crossings, even though you can run them a little bit earlier. So I started hurting them pretty much right when they're hurting. I mean, that track is glued now. Out of that, I mean, you are not moving that track without some like serious force. But the nice thing is, like, if your flange is just slightly too small, over time, like, it'll scrape itself off. So I've kind of noticed it's getting like thinner and thinner, but it's like only in the areas that it really needs. Otherwise, it's good. So I mean, as long as you get a rough guesstimate of the amount of the wheel flange, like you can. What I did originally was just take the X-Acto basically right to the edge. I'll just do it on this track basically, but I'll just go right to the edge there. You need a lot more. Like you probably need about a good, I would say, like not like the whole thing, but it's like here. I'll walk over it and so spin this real quick. I'm just making sure the mic is working. Yes, it is. You need a good, probably like I'll just change stuff over. I mean, as you can see, it's either that or it'll drop the head a little bit because like it is not. But it's like the heights right where the wheels go over. It'll kind of just crush it down a little bit too, and then it'll be hard in there. It'll basically just crush whatever it can't use. And then when you put on the paint, it'll basically kind of glue it, and then not glue it. The nice thing is this stuff is really easy to break, though. It's like I'm not gonna weather this yet. Like I did start adding a line just there, and that really got us. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just make it a bigger part of like a parking lot. I started doing that, and I realized how big the actual cars are. So I'll probably buy a line stripper and also kind of testing it out though. So like, it's more like a chalk though. So it was more or less just a test out because I did do like a stop line, which paint decided to leak out of it. But so that was like the first one I did. So, but I mean, honestly, it just looks like there was like an oil spill a while back, and oh well, hello North American trains, welcome to the stream. Uh, but I mean, it kind of just looks like a little bit of more like it was weathered a bunch. Maybe the lines were changed 1,000 times. Like, I mean, the whole reason why I did that is. So, as you can see, that's kind of that gray path. That's kind of the yardway path. It kind of leads up into like all the, yard work. District. I lost its mirrors somewhere in this, and I have not found it. So my guess is it probably fell off one day while I was gluing it down, the ballast down. But you know, it's kind of rough anyways. But I mean, that's enough for a stop line. Yeah, and I was an idiot and left the paving tape. I just gave up on using the paving tape because honestly, the paving tape sucks. It just kind of makes it a little bit more bouncy, but it doesn't really do anything. It's kind of funny though because like if you just like I can feel it like wanting to take off, but luckily I have the bumps there to kind of keep it. Because like I want to get a couple other railroad vehicles besides the banana. I mean, this thing just. I need to get a big. I need to get an expansion for that though. But have a. And I honestly think that might be a summer thing that starts. So I hope I. Did I? Whatever. But basically having new a new section, which honestly I might relay on that. At least for some to do some of the ballasting on it. But it's like this would be the only connection. But basically being able to free up shelf space and being able to have every locomotive in. So I have 130-foot turntable, so it's not like I don't have a problem with space anymore. Space won't be a problem. The Centennial will definitely fit on there. Y3 will definitely. I mean, these two, because I mean they're about the same length. I think this one actually might be longer. Actually, wait, no, that steam engine is actually longer. Now I think about that, so I've seen this two right side by side, basically. They're steam engines just slightly. They're not. Yeah, IRM has basically one of each, which is kind of funny. Not the same row numbers, obviously, but same class as well, almost. Because that's technically a Y3 based on row number, but I mean Y3A. I mean, honestly, you don't look any different between the other ones. Like, it's just honestly when they're built. The ones IRM has are earlier versions of what are the Y6Bs, basically. Slightly earlier. And I believe I uploaded a video and stuff with its actual headlight lit, because that one burned out, so, I mean, I luckily, so I had no plans of actually doing that ever. I was gonna guess, based on, like, old video. Now I can actually get a prototypical, which I don't really do a lot of that stuff, but I'm like, yeah, for a headlight, why not? But, I mean, if anyone does want to see anything run, just ask, and it'll most likely happen, so. I still gotta move the Mikado back over to that track in the middle. I moved it because of the plastic, so I don't have really anywhere to mix it, and you can kind of see I kind of dusted it off. Like, I have a couple buildings to put down still, and I know I did, because I got one from Downtown Trains a while back. Which you still gotta get a coupler conversion for. I have to figure out how to actually couple it, but I just gotta, also gotta get, otherwise I might just get rid of it. I mean, it's a good runner, it just doesn't run super well. Like, in terms of, like, what I need for this layout, it doesn't really match. Like, I still have so many. It doesn't even more. So, what I might do, I don't know. It's like, this is just extra road, basically. You can kind of see what it's. But, I mean, I was being smart and, not getting on the tracks that much. Whoa. I just knocked the rail car. Okay. I just knocked it enough near the tracks to get a derailment to occur. Speed. Ooh. That did not lose velocity on that curve like I expected it to. Like, that honestly should have crashed. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't honestly break anything. Let's get the metro train going. But yes, that locomotive is custom. Nope. Okay, there's the damage I was expecting. It's something to derail. Of course, it's this car. I hate the Kato cars. Like, honestly, the problem is with their kinetic Kipling. Don't even bother. Like, if you ever get a bi-level, I don't care if HOs. I don't know what they use for N skill. Hold up. I need 2 hands for this. Come on. My camera is on. It's just not on, basically. Alright, there we go. 1 car's in. As expected. So there's enough force in that. Yeah, you can definitely see that. It's kind of went bare here. Just where the wheel flangers kind of just grinded it. But I mean, honestly, my only question is, like, what happened to Tom? I might have to message him, because, like, he's not putting too much, so I'm not sure. Quiz channel, got a new one, or... That cupboard is so stiff. Like, oh, jeez. I'm not even typing my iPad's asleep. Do you want to undo typing? And I'm like, what? But yeah, if anyone does want to have an interesting run, I mean, I do have a lot of locomotives. Some run better than others. We do got being a little unscaled down there as well. Why does red never show up right on camera? I don't understand. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's what she does. But why does the red never show up? Because it shows up more as a pink. And I find that weird. And it's honestly surprising and just why the heck? Because like even the taillights, they look pink. Like the red, I know that. Just, no. Hello, Real Fans Steam Productions. Yeah. These are only 2 of my, like, I don't even know how many locomotives I have anymore. I honestly need to do a count. I mean, just for HOs. I mean, N skill I have like 3. No, I have like 5, excuse me. I have 5, but not all of them run, so. One's, I think it's 5, if like, you do the math, right? Yeah. Should be. But it's also, we got this. Yeah, you can kind of see the Centennial just fucking its nose out. It's all the same length as that brewery, so. It's long. And I honestly need to, like, actually do this. This is probably the next crossing I work on just because it's probably the easiest to do. But I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical on how to do that one rail because it seems like with that it's stuck. Which I don't even think I'd have to worry about that one side though, the flange. Because it raises up anyways, so. But that's the one I'm really worried about is that inner rail right there. Just how much crap I had to deal with it. But I probably won't use foam road bed for an expansion. I'll probably go to torque. So at least one good section of the track. But I at least want to like have still another spot, not for like any time in the near future, but like just to be able to, if I ever got my own net, I do want to be able to have a connection, and that way I don't have to worry about, having another roundhouse. Like I would never need to worry about that. One roundhouse is enough for a layout. Sometimes you can have two, but I mean, like, let's face it, you have to have a really big layout to be able to support two. And might have a small one for maybe like a couple diesel switches to like switch around real quick, but anyways, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys all for watching, and until next time, goodbye.